It's time for baseball on MLB Network.
Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Babe Ruth gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft, you can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Stepping up is Roberto Alomar, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Roberto Alomar.
And now the first pitch. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball 1.
First pitch, 106.
The 1-0. Pulls this one in the air out to left. And that'll manage to hop over the wall. He'll be at second to start the game on a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
In now, Tony Fernandez, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out. As we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
Pickoff move to second, and he'll get back in safely. Set to deliver the 0-1. Breaking ball is swung on and bounced to short. Scooped up, throw over to Gehrig, and that's out number 2.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Jose Bautista.
So next to hit is Jose Bautista. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. From the stretch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open. So
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for Toronto. Blue Jays nothing. Yankees coming to bat on MLB Network. So here is Joe DiMaggio. He'll lead things off here in the bottom
For
half of the
Yankees,
first.
the designated hitter, Joe
The pitch.
DiMaggio.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball one. The 1-1 is strike two, swinging.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lined hard and deep down the left field line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Carter has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Batting second, the shortstop.
With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing. Their best tool is the fact that they have amazing speed up and down the lineup. I don't even think the third base coach gives a steal sign. I think a lot of these guys have the green light. So be on the lookout for that today.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Derek Jeter comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
And he got him. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first
Batting
career
third,
major league
first
strikeout.
baseman.
Well, Matt, if he can
Whoa.
become a consistent strikeout
Yeah,
pitcher,
man.
you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
To the plate now, Lou Gehrig. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Grounder down the line at third, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Taken in by Encarnacion, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Joe
The left
Carter.
fielder, number 29, Joe
First delivery to him.
Ball, that's kicked out.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled away. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Going back is the right fielder. Gone. He finds the short porch for a home run. It's a solo shot for Joe Carter. Number 397 for him now as he draws closer to 400. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started. But to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
Edwin Encarnacion to the plate now.
The first baseman, number 10. Edwin
Swing and a little tapper.
Encarnacion.
No outs, nobody on. Ball one. And it's fouled away. The 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Full count, 3-2.
Lourdes Gurriel is on deck. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Payoff pitch one more time. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball four.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Now at the plate is Lourdes Gurriel. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball one.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
And that gets him on the mound. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. One away now. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Next to dig in, Sean Green. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Encarnacion leads off second with one gone in the inning. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Right fielder looking up at the track. The wall. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Standing in now, Russell Martin.
Russell.
As he'll take a changeup here for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Next to hit, Roberto Alomar. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
No balls and 1 strike. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. He's got it. Over to first, and that retires the side. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. On now to the bottom of the second. Toronto leads this one 3-0. Bottom of the inning now, and next it'll be the outfielder, Mickey Mantle.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
2-0 now. Pitch on the way. Outside, 3-0 now.
A lot of pitches away here, which is pretty much what you're forced to do with lefty batters here at Yankee Stadium. It doesn't take much to hook one out of here to right field with that short porch out there.
3-0 pitch. And he fouls this one off. The 3-1. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
Next up is Alex Rodriguez. Now the first pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Has a look, now the pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Now a cut fastball finds the target. 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Set to deal on 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Bat splinters as this is on the ground to first base. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Fouled away. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. The next 3-2. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
He could get the early hook if he can't be a little bit more precise here. That's walk number 2 of the inning, and we're only in the second.
Next to hit is Paul O'Neill. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And this is up and in, ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Green has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And you talk about fitting a profile for a right fielder. Big surprise who brings the absolute bazooka to the game today. That is the right fielder. Don't look for anyone to test this guy.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner will get back standing. At the plate, Robinson Cano, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Three-run home run down the line in right. First home run of the campaign for him. And with it, the Yankees have tied this one at 3.
When this one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right. But it just kept carrying and carrying. And the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back. But no dice.
Into the box now, Yogi Berra. As he will look at a curveball right on the black, apparently. It's strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. 3 runs already home here. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will land in foul territory. Still 1 and 2. Into the windup and the pitch. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. So he comes up empty in his first major league at-bat.
Batting ninth.
I know he was
The left
expecting
fielder.
more, but that's a win.
Hideki.
If you can put the ball in play your first
Matsui.
big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
Stepping in now, Hideki Matsui, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. Reined in. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Another look at the big blow for the Bombers. A 3-run home run. We've played 2. We're tied now with 3 apiece. So now to the plate, Tony Fernandez. He bounced out last time up.
Tony Fernandez.
First offering on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one will track it down. Another try at 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
At the plate now, Paul Molitor. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Now at the plate, Jose Bautista. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that one yanked just foul. Here now the 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. A ball that's carrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Through 2.5. It's 3 apiece. Bottom of the third now. And standing in is the DH, Joe DiMaggio.
The designated hitter, Joe DiMaggio.
Now here's the first offering. That one catches the edge of the zone, called a strike.
0-1's the count.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Now the pitch. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Three balls and 2 strikes to the Yankees DH.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Full count still. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Digging in will be Derek Jeter. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering.
Hey, the way this guy on the mound's been struggling to find the zone, I'm not mad at the guy taking a pitch.
DiMaggio gets his lead at first, nobody out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
In now, Lou Gehrig. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
3-3 our score with a man on at first and 1 away. 2 balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman. Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Now to bat, Mickey Mantle. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. From the belt, kicks and deals. Good swing, but a late one as it's fouled off to the left. On the ground is short. This could be two. To second for one. To Encarnacion, who's got it, and that retires the side. Couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And now, Joe Carter, and he blasted a homer in his first at-bat.
Yeah, not fooled by that breaking ball in his last AB at all. He jumped all over it. That's such a good feeling as a hitter when you know you're picking up the secondary stuff right out of the pitcher's hands.
That evens it up 1-1. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. That was a really tough play, so we want to take another look at it with Show Track. He got a solid read off the bat. The route efficiency was good, and he ended up covering more than 120 feet to make that play. Really remarkable. Edwin Encarnacion now. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And he chased it in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel, grounded out in his last at-bat. Now the pitch. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Three runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. That's by him for strike 1.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
And it's fouled away. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 1-2 pitch. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He cited the 4 walks they've earned already as evidence that his guys are waiting for the right pitch and that they're willing to let the opposition work themselves into trouble. So far, that's paying off.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Alex Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez.
First offering on its way. And this is taken outside for ball 1. At the letters, but called high. It's a ball.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 21, Paul O'Neill.
Digging in next, Paul O'Neill. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter, number 24, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Stepping in once again is Robinson Cano. He hit a big 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance. Pitch on the way.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Here it comes, 1-0. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as they take the lead 4-3. Just an absolutely amazing home run there. Certainly worthy of the show track treatment. And as you can see, 114 miles an hour off the bat, and that should give you a pretty good indication as to how well he connected on that swing. Standing in now, Yogi Berra.
Yogi
Popped him up.
Berra.
Fernandez over to his right, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Yankees do get 1 on the solo homer. We played 4. It's now 4-3 Bombers.
Now I'm switching up my energy, my enemies.
All set for the start of the inning, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Sean Green.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. fouled off. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Three balls and 2 strikes to the Blue Jays center fielder.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Now a fastball. Oh, look below the knees, but he rings him up anyway, and there's one gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
To the plate now, Russell Martin, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here's the pitch.
Ball inside.
Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And no one will track it down.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And there's out number 2.
Now that second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Roberto Alomar. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1.
Ball
2-0 now.
2-0.
And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter. Two and 2 to Hall of Famer Robbie Alomar. We're in the 5th inning of a 4-3 ball game here. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Blue Jays go down in order. Still down a run. It's 4-3. And now in the box, Hideki Matsui.
Leading off for the Yankees, the left fielder, Hideki Matsui.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And that misses low and away. Ball 1. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
Number 5, Joe DiMaggio.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Joe DiMaggio. First pitch on its way.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Ball in.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. Swing and a liner, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. 4 runs, just 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Got him swinging, chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout?
The batter,
he fell
number
behind
2,
2-0 to start the
shortstop,
at-bat. That's
Derek
a pretty bad place to be, but
Jeter.
then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
So now to the plate, Derek Jeter, 1-0 the count.
That's ball 2.
2-0.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here. Middle of the order guy is coming up. Let's see if he can extend the inning.
Swinging a blooper to the right side. Alomar is there, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, and it remains a 4-3 game.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, the shortstop, Tony Fernandez.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope, outside.
Below the zone, a swing and a miss. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Into the box, Paul Molitor. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
takes this the other way to right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now back.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough
Jose
luck. That was an
Bautista.
absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented a tying run.
At the plate now, Jose Bautista. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now the 1-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Score holds at 4-3. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and here comes the first baseman, Lou Gehrig.
The first baseman, Lou Gehrig.
Pitch on the way.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher stuff.
Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. The 1-1 home.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And he fouls this one off. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. That brings up Mickey Mantle.
Number 7, Mickey Mantle.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Low for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And he'll lay off the cut fastball here as this misses off the plate for ball 4.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
At the plate now is Alex Rodriguez. From the stretch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Outside,
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Ball 2.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
1 strike.
Mantle, base runner at first with 1 out.